Hello everyone, welcome to Little Meatballs Nursery. I'm Sandra. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. Hey guys. Hey guys. I have no plans today. I really have no plans. I know I wanted to do a video since this morning, and I was talking to Christina, and she was like, "Well, take a day off. Just take a day off." And you know what? I was gonna, but then I kind of had an eventful morning, and so I wanted to share, of course. Um, so, this is real life, and, I like to come on here and kind of, what's the word? I think it's called like vlogging. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. So just some things about, real life and what's kind of going on in the moment with mine. Um, we are going to get to doll stuff. I did wash the outfits from yesterday. If you watched yesterday's video, I opened a couple of Burt's Bees outfits and a couple of pants. So I washed those last night after the video. I washed those. They're all dry. They're over here. So I'm kind of going to show you how they look after one washing in draft, cold water, gentle cycle. And, I put them in the dryer, low heat. So we're going to see how they turned out. They turned out pretty good, I think, and we're going to dress a couple of the babies. So there is doll content in this too as well. But also I'm just going to be kind of chatting about a couple of topics that, well, one is, I've been talking about menopause lately because I think that's what I'm going through. Because just all the symptoms adding up, that's what it adds up to. I know Cynthia, thank you, Cynthia, has commented several comments about, where to get special stuff for your hair. And are you okay? Oh, you're just out here to listen to me, or? Okay. So, where to get special stuff for your hair and your skin, as you're going through those changes. So I will definitely check that out. But as I told her, a lot of those things, especially like celebrity stuff, cost a pretty penny. And, I'm looking for more something like, $10 lotion, I'll be can't be spending a lot. But thank you, Cynthia, for all the suggestions. It's, well appreciated. So, I'm going through that, and with that comes a lot of emotional changes, and so that I haven't talked about yet. I talked about the hair loss, my dry ass skin, other things, that, girls are supposed to have babies, and now, it's no longer there. And so, we're going to talk about some emotional changes, right? Nobody ever likes to talk about these things, but I am. I'm talking about it because I am going through it. And ladies, it is rough, okay? It's rough because your emotions are all over the place, okay? This morning I was fine, doing my normal thing, having my coffee, and, just, chatting with Christina and Amanda, and just doing things, checking out videos if there was any. I don't think there really was any up this morning, I forgot. But so, just my normal self. And then I go, take my shower, come out, and, and I'm, happy throughout the morning. And then I sit down and just one thing, one memory sets me off. And I start crying hysterically. Crying, like, at first I was talking to my son because, my oldest son, Jack, because, we're having some issues with, I feel, he doesn't think there's an issue. I have the issue. Where I feel like he's on his VR too much, and that he needs to be, regulating that and, being able to take a break here and there. Now, of course, as a parent and, the person that says, hey, this is when you can use it, this is when you can't, those things are in place, but they're kids. They're not always going to listen, and so I, brought it up to him today earlier, and I said, look, this is what you need to do. And then it became a whole family affair. And I think that electronics suck. They suck ass. I hate them. I wish that, like, even though I'm talking to an electronic right now, I feel like, I don't know. Look, this is how I explained it to my kids. Okay, in their generation, if they needed to go out and survive on their own, would they be able to make it? And my conclusion is no. Okay, not like we were able to in our generation. Okay, because if my mom told me, and she had, I go through, okay, things in my life, right, that I have been through, and I know not everybody is the same. However, if I didn't have these basic life skills and street smarts to know what to do and what not to do, and how to get out of situations, and how to do this and how to do that, even just how to live if, God forbid, you lost your home, or whatever, who would you talk to? What would you do first? Would you have enough, things to do? And I understand their kids. My issue is that the more they stay in a virtual world, the less they're going to know about the real world. Okay? So that was my thing, because if it was like, I'm a survivor, full on survivor, okay, of many things in my life. Things that obviously my kids know nothing about yet because they're too young to know. Okay? However, I know them. I know what I've been through. And I'm not like discounting anybody else's past or traumas or anything like that. But it hasn't been just one thing. It has been a series throughout my life of not great situations, okay? And things that you would need, skills, basic life skills you would need to be able to get out of that, to move forward, to not be caught in, those type of things. And I get nervous for my boys, because if they're constantly, I don't want to say, and I don't like to put all of them in the same category, because, obviously Jack is on that thing. He's the only one that has the VR headset, okay? But he is on that thing, a lot more than Ethan is on his computer, or Danny is on his phone, okay? But I feel like they're at an age now, the two older ones, okay? Almost 7, in a couple days he'll be 17, okay? And Ethan just turned 14. And I feel that they're old enough now at this age to start. They should have been, to start learning about skills, things you need. Yes, skills. Skills you need to live in the real world. Ethan's out here listening to me. He's going to start making me laugh. But just basic stuff. I'm not talking about going to be Paul Bunyan and chopping down trees and getting wood for fire. But if you had to, right? Like, these are things like are just basic survival skills, okay?
Skills.
And I guess, like, I was making a point with when we had that fire that night, okay? And I understand their kids, so I'm not saying, that it was just an example that I was making, right? This was an example to say where your mindset is at, right? Obviously, I'm the mom. It was up to me to make sure that we had these things. But I was just trying to make an example. And I said, Jack, when we were standing outside at 2 a.m. after the fire and we had to evacuate, what did you take with you? What was the first thing you took with you? And the only thing the kid had outside, he was standing with no jacket, no nothing, was his VR headset in his hands. And of course, Mom had all the, a bag full. I threw toilet paper and wipies and rags and underwear and jackets and anything that I could shove in there that would help us to survive if, God forbid, we couldn't get back in our apartment. Now, I understand, and I know people might comment, well, that's your job, you're the parent, Yes, I agree with that. So don't be leaving no comments to me like that, all right? I understand that part. I was just making him aware that instead of him grabbing some underwears or, something that he can need, a blanket, or he grabbed that thing, and that shows just how important that device is to him. And I think that the attachment of that needs to be less. If it was up to me, and I said this a million times, if it was up to, Ethan says every year I do this. Listen, if it was up to me, I'd cut the Verizon wire, because I think that it's so much. It's not just that with the VR. It's, can I go on this? Can I go on the internet? Can I use YouTube? Can I go to? Can I go? And it's like, I will say no, and then they'll go to Jason. He'll say yes, and I know that's an issue as well. So I'm aware of that. I don't want to hear nothing about that neither. All right. A lot of times we are not on the same page. It creates problems, and then it's like, well, I've had it. Just get rid of all devices, because I feel that without it, there wouldn't be these problems, So it's one simple cord to cut. That's how I feel. And, this morning it started with that. And then I start thinking of the things that we should be doing. Telling family stories, and about my mother, and about my in-laws, and, and it just got me so upset. When I tell you I was in a waterfall of tears, it just started flowing. Okay. I was in a waterfall because I started thinking of when Jack was a baby. And then because he says, well, Mom, you have your dolls, for your anxiety. And that's why I have my VR. And I said, and I started crying, because I said, no. I said, dolls are reality. They are real dolls. You touch them, you look at them, you hold them, this and that. Okay. When you go on in a VR, you are in a different world. You're walking along, talking to people you don't even know, robots and shit, okay? But I told him, and it's the truth. While yes, they help with my anxiety sometimes, I take medication for my anxiety. These dolls bring me happiness and joy, and when I hold them and look at them, they bring me to a place that's forgotten sometimes. They bring me to a place where I remember and I'm not going to cry again, when my kids were babies, when I, was able to hold them and rock them and care for them that way. And it seems the older they get, the less they need you, or, have that bond with. Now, so that's what I was trying to tell him. That's what I have them for. To go back to that place, that time and space, or maybe things that you have forgotten about that you're trying to remember again. So that's why, and when he kind of threw that out there, waterfall started, because I started thinking about my mother and how I can't call her, and how I wish that I could. And I feel like this generation of children don't understand that factor. They don't understand that when your mom's gone, that's it. She's gone. There is no other one. There is no other mom. Okay? There is no other mom. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. So my of course my tears started going. I mean, I was in full gear, like full waterfall. Like you could have took like a tube, a water slide down my tears. It was a lot. I mean, it was just, that was it. And all right, Stitch, you'll have your chance.
I'm sorry.
It was just a very emotional morning for me, and I felt like it was, I don't know, this menopause is a hell of a thing. Be careful, guys. Be careful. You won't just lose your hair and have your skin looking like a snake scale, all right? A scaly snake or an alligator, okay? You're going to have these emotional changes that are just, okay? And I need to talk to my doctor about a lot of these things because there's no way I'm going. I don't even know how long this lasts. How long does it last? Cynthia, please tell me. Anybody out there? I know a couple people said they've gone through this already. It's hard, and it's no, At first I started with the sweats. I think that's what started my menopause. Was it could be so cold outside or so cold. Anyway, sometimes it still happens. Like the kids laugh at me because when I go take my shower, I will run, I'll scream through the wall, make sure the air conditioner's on full blast, like 10 minutes before I get out of there. And then as soon as I open the door, they know to move because I run out here like a bull, okay, to the AC, and I am like full on, opening my shirt, my butt, and put my butt up on the AC because I'm so hot that I just took a shower, and not in hot water neither, like and just I already feel the beads of sweat starting everywhere, my hairline, all over, just everywhere. I was never like that. Maybe hot, but not like drenching, like sweating, right after you take, no. So I run out here, do that. So sometimes I still do that, but I was sweating a lot more, I would say maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I mean, I would wake up drenched, that I would have to change all my clothes. It was just so nasty. And for no reason, okay? And it could happen any time of the day. I was just hot. I would start sweating like crazy. I went through, I think, 2 tubes of deodorant within a month. Usually I use 1 a month. I went through 2 because I was constantly putting, it was terrible. So I don't know, guys. I thought that I should share this talk with you because it affects all of us, really, at some point or another. And so it's affecting me now. And even though, and I know it's stupid to say, maybe, no, you know what? It's not stupid to say. Even though I already had my tubes tied after Danny, I think when you go through menopause and like that's the end, like you can never have another baby, or should I say carry another baby, it's a sad feeling. It is because as women, that's a huge part of life for us, right? And so when you're no longer able to do that, it's a very just like sad feeling of almost like, why are you giggling? It's like, it's almost like, okay, you have that thought of, okay, now what am I good for? Because why are you laughing at me?
Because I'm scared.
You're scared of what?
You know what you're saying.
Why are you scared of what I'm saying? What about what?
Everything you're saying.
Why? What about it makes you nervous? What? About the baby? Having a baby? Tubes? What?
Yeah.
The tubes. I know that's why he's giggling. Well, because I said I had my tubes tied? Why is that giggly? You
had your tubies tied?
Yes, I had my tubies tied, okay? After right at the same time they took Danny out, they tied the tubies. They were done. So, that's what he's giggling about, tubie ties, all right?
Yeah.
So, it's just a feeling of like, it's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, a feeling that I'll be back when the day is new.
And I
have more ideas for you. Have things to talk about. I will too. All right, let's change the subject because Ethan's too giggly. And Ethan doesn't like medical things. When you start talking about blood, when you start talking about that stuff and how operations happen, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything, okay? But like when we're talking about Jason's operation and when he had to go, Ethan gets very eerie. Like he doesn't like it. And he'll go inside and say, stop. He'll run inside. Danny, on the other hand, he's up in front. Me. Yeah, he's up front row. Tell me. Yeah, I want to know. What do you do? Were they going to crack Dad's bone to get to this? And Danny, I feel, might be a doctor one day. He's very into he wants to know how things work. He wants to know how you fix them, and that's including the human body. So I think he really likes that kind of thing. That's a good thing, though. It's a good thing to have a doctor in the family. Yes. And as you can tell, I'm kind of backed up from the camera today. And usually I'm like up close like this. And the reason is I have this patch here. I have another patch. Oh, where's the other patch? Oh, there it is. I have all these. So I'm trying to stay back. I'm trying to stay back. Here, you can see as I get. Yeah, as you get closer. Well, I never mind the gray hairs. As you get closer, you could see. Yes, I'm showing you all my blemishes, okay? And so you can see them, differently. I'm not liking this, guys. I'm really not. Really not. But anyway, so I'll stay back. Stay back here. So I can still see you, see myself, see myself. Anyway, so let's show you the outfits, and then we're going to start dressing a baby and see, look, even my hands, I'm noticing, my arms, it's just like a bunch of just scaly and dry. It's just, ugh. I mean, look at this, Ethan.
I don't want to see your scaly skin.
Oh no, I guess I'm gonna have to have a bowl. Yes, I still have a few in here. Let's see. All right, here. Only if you show them what you do. This is what Stitch does to me when he wants something from me. Wait, I don't know if I... There you go. Yeah, they see. You see that face? He closes his eyes. And he says, gimme, gimme. All right, here. Oh. There you go. Oh, they're falling out.
Look at my balls.
Rolling balls.
Oh, no. Good.
Oh, it rolled under there.
Where?
Don't step on it.
Where?
I don't know.
No.
You better not have me step on that, Ethan.
Is it between your toes?
No, if I stand up and step on it, I'm gonna fall backwards. I'm gonna go
like that person did in Megan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way back. That will not be funny. You better find it before it melts.
I don't know where it
is. Is it under my feet? No. It might have rolled that way. I don't know.
It might be under your chair.
Here. Good thing the other kids don't really like these. That's why they've lasted that long. If everybody liked them, forget about it. All right. So, here we go. I have a sweater on today because the AC is on. And it's a little chilly. You could shut it off if you want, and then we'll put it back on if I get hot. That's usually how it works here anyway. Jason is doing an art project with Danny in his room. And I also told him this morning, I was like, let me have that room back. Because I once had that room as a doll room. And as we're arranging things, now that Jack and Ethan are in a room together, with the bunk beds, but it's been like merry-go-round musical chairs around here. Even though they each have a spot now, none of them are sleeping in the spot they're supposed to be.
I want to sleep in my spot.
Okay, so let me have the room. It's like I'll paint it a nice. I think I want to paint. I would paint it a very like light, warm green. Okay, and then because I have all boys. And, I could decorate the walls. I could finally get the mini crib. I have a desk already in there with a nice chair I could put right there. Put the Moses basket on one table. And then I could film in there. I don't have to worry about, getting everybody out of the living room. And it would be just, but the only thing, like I said, that is because I need the air. I mean, I know once the fall comes, it gets cooler, but then what do? Switch rooms when it gets hot again? Like, I mean, I don't know. And then where are we going to put all Danny's like painting supplies, all his art supplies? That was another main reason why I wanted him in there. Because all Danny's stuff was, his stuff was in this room. It was in the dining room. It was in the back room. It was in Ethan's room. And because Ethan was sharing a room with Jason, then Danny would come in there and say, well, I could stay in here because it's Dad's room too. And, all the bullshit,
Yeah.
So that's why I said just give Danny his own room. Plus, I could tell Danny, go to your room, when he's acting up. So,
Yeah.
but, now, see, now, don't scratch. I'll have flea. You know what I almost feel like? Has anybody ever seen the movie Death Becomes Her?
What?
Death Becomes Her with Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep. Okay? That was one of my favorite movies ever back in the day. Okay? I always watched it with my mom. She thought it was hysterical. So did I. And when, once they're dead, right, they have to airbrush themselves with paint in order not to look dead when they go out, because they're dead, but they could still walk and talk and all that.
What?
But yeah, it was a movie, Ethan. Okay, it was a movie. At one point, I won't even tell you because you'll get all weirded out. But it was hysterical. But when they did the airbrush and they would go out, and then when they would start peeling or chipping, the airbrush would come off. That's how I feel with my skin, with my flaky skin. It's like you could just flick it off. Come on.
Why do you got a white spot on your forehead?
Stop. Really?
Yeah.
Where? Here?
Yeah.
No. Wait, here, this you mean?
Yeah.
That's from a chicken pox. When I had chicken pox when I was a kid, and my mom kept telling me, don't pop them. Do not pop them. Don't pop them, Sandra. I remember sitting in a tub full of oatmeal.
What the?
Yes, it was Aveeno's oatmeal.
Like uncooked?
No, it was for the tub. It was for the tub. It was to eliminate the itching and the scratching from chicken pox because they're very, very itchy. And she would tell me, do not pop anything, Sandra. Don't do it. And of course, I was playing with this one up here. I do have another one, I think, somewhere on my arm. But I was playing with this one and it popped. But I also got a scar. So that's from chicken pox.
Oh,
nowadays, there's a vaccine. Kids don't get chicken pox. So you're lucky.
What about stitch pox?
You might. But
No.
anyway.
That's the one with stitch pox.
What was I talking about before my flaky skin? Oh, Death Becomes Her. So that was a really cool movie.
Oh,
If you haven't seen it yet, you should go watch it. Even though it's an older movie, it's pretty good. I think Bruce Willis, I want to say, was the guy in it that both the girls, at one point were with him. But it's very funny, and of course, anything with Goldie Hawn in it, I love. I love her as an actress. I think she's beautiful. Still to this day, she's beautiful. Overboard, the original Overboard with Goldie Hawn and why can't I think of her, and Kurt Russell, and they are together in real life. They're together in real life. But that movie as well, I did see the remake of that, and no, guys, I wouldn't recommend. I would recommend seeing the original one with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, because that one it was so funny, and then the ending, of course, I was crying. It was just a beautiful movie. Go check those out, guys, especially for the younger crowd that you don't know these movies. They're worth watching. Overboard and Death Becomes Her, the originals. Go watch those.
Why are you saying kids? You said they're only 18 and up.
Well, I mean younger crowds watch me. Like 20s, 30, people younger than me that may not know about those movies. Okay?
Like Stitch?
No, don't, of course, be 18 and over. First of all, you shouldn't be watching this channel if you're under 18.
Besides me.
Okay?
Right.
Ethan's the exception because he's my son and, whatever. So he gets what's it called? Special pass, or like what's it called? Like VIP.
Early access.
Yeah. So, yeah, because essentially you're hearing this before anybody else. So it really is early access. Anyway, so, yes, you should not be watching this channel if you're under 18. So anybody over 18, those movies are perfect for you, okay? Go watch them. Overboard, Death Becomes Her. They're both comedies, romantic comedies, I guess, rom-com, you could call them, okay? Rom-com. Anyway, so, yeah, so that's how I feel my skin. But anyway, back to the dollies. Dolly talk. So, now Jack has been sitting outside for a while. First he went for a walk, and now he's sitting on the porch. What is he doing? He's sleeping on the porch with his plants. He has some nice plants out there. He took botany his last semester. So he knows. Well, you know that's watermelon, right?
It's watermelon.
One's watermelon. Dad told me yesterday.
One is corn and one is...
Yeah, one is corn and one's watermelon. The one that's hanging on the floor, that's watermelon.
And one
The
of them
tall
is,
one, the
garlic.
tall one is corn, and then there's another stalk that's onions, scallions. I don't think we're gonna get a watermelon, but we'll see.
Yeah, we are.
You seen it out there?
I see it right now.
You see a little baby watermelon?
Oh, no. Where? Hold on. Oh, fuck. No.
Okay. Well, so he's been taking care of his plants, but he's out there taking a nap because he didn't like what I had to say this morning, and he's not allowed on his VR right now. So now he's wondering. See, this is how it happens every time, right? We'll start talking about it. I'll be a parent about it, which I should be, right? And I'll tell him like it is, and he doesn't like it, so he'll distance himself for a while, and then he'll come to me later and start apologizing for something that he doesn't need to apologize for, but he's doing that to try and get on my good side so I feel bad and give in and say, okay, go ahead, you could use it. That's, the biggest issue. And so that's why I say, like, I wish I could just snip the cord.
No, don't.
But then, it's like, then I can't upload my videos neither. It's just it's an ongoing battle that I don't want, the ongoing battle of parenting about, I don't want to say about parenting because obviously you have to do that regardless, but I'm talking about the internet parenting, the part that you don't need to have. Okay. That's my whole point in it, is that you don't need to have internet, to survive. You don't need, there's plenty of households with children that I watch actually that, they're not allowed to have no devices. They clean the entire house. They make recipes. They go out in the yard and pick berries and do farming things. And I wish I could get a farm. I wish I could buy some land, no devices, all solar panels, have all my kids doing the crops and growing the vegetables and churning the butter and all that. Maybe I'll churn the butter. But I still want a washer and dryer. I don't want to like hand wash clothes or nothing in a bucket. But I don't want like things that alter your children's minds, and it makes it harder for a parent to be a parent and instill the things that they feel their child should learn, right? And I've watched a psychiatrist, actually psychologist, whatever, online too, about this. And yes, I understand, because a lot of people might come in and say, well, you can't mold your children. They are who they are. And that is the truth. They are born with whoever, with all these traits and, things that a lot of parents think they can mold their children to what they want them to be and what they want them to become. And that's because it doesn't work, and you're constantly at battle because that's just who they are. Now, I agree with that to an extent, because there are also things that a parent is supposed to instill in their children from a young age to be a productive person in society and not be a hobo. Simple as that.
Hobo?
Yeah, a hobo. Okay, that's like a sloppy. When we go out and I'm gonna say brush your hair, you don't want to look like a hobo. Okay, so it's just those things that you're supposed to teach your children, and I feel with the internet they kind of rattle kids' brains into thinking that, well, this is the right way, that's the wrong way. I mean, while your mother and your father are trying to teach you another way, and maybe it might not be wrong, but it's not the way you want to bring your children up. That's the difference, while other things may be very wrong, but that's the society we live in today. Unfortunately, a lot of those things are not old school anymore. I guess that's my point too, and that's what I'm working on with my psychiatrist as well in therapy, is that I kind of feel like maybe I'm a little bit too stuck in the old school way with a lot of things, because of how I was brought up. I want my children to do better, and I do better with them than my mom did with me, obviously. But there's still some of those things, right? Your family traits, your family things, your just things that are good, right? I guess I tried to leave the bad behind and take the good things I learned as a child, as growing up in my household. Take those good things and bring them to them. And I feel like a lot of times they're just not receptive with a lot of things. And so that annoys me. And, but I also try to remember we're not back in the 90s, the 80s. We're not back in those years. But I also want them to carry on our family traits and our family, what's the word I'm looking for? Just things from that time that I feel should be carried over to the next generation. And by the time they have kids, they ain't gonna know nothing about, how you doing, or forget about it, or whatever. Marona, me, aspet. They ain't gonna know any of that. It's like that's why I tell the stories to them, hoping that one day maybe Ethan will tell his son about Franny. It's just or a daughter. Well, somebody better have a daughter.
I was gonna have a kid.
They say that now. Oh, we're not gonna have any kids. We're not gonna have any kids. Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, the point being that I hope they tell one of their kids about Franny. Okay. And I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but Ethan knows what I mean. Okay. It's stories like that, or who left the goddamn butter on the floor. That's another one. All these family stories where I know Christina's gonna message me and say, "Yeah, you gotta tell me about that. Who left the butter on the floor story." I'll just tell you guys, why not, right? My grandfather, okay, this is when I was a baby, okay, and my grandfather and my grandmother and my uncle Danny lived together. So it was late at night. It was like 2 in the morning. My grandfather used to like to get up and get a Butterfinger or a Baby Ruth out the fridge because he kept them in the refrigerator to keep them cold. So he liked to go and get one in the middle of the night. He got a sweet tooth. So he goes into the kitchen and it's all dark because my grandmother kept everything completely pitch black at night. So no night light, nothing. So he knows where to go to the refrigerator because it's his house. So he goes to the refrigerator and before he opens it, he takes a step by the refrigerator and he feels this like something slide through his toes. And so he says, "Who left the goddamn butter on the floor?" And then he opens the refrigerator, and with the refrigerator light, he realized that he stepped in dog shit because their dog got the runs and he shit in front of the refrigerator. My grandfather thought it was butter.
Wouldn't he smell it?
No, not at that point. It's the middle of the night, maybe after he stepped in it, and it was like diarrhea, because the dog had a loose stomach then,
That's so nasty.
So he now the way their apartment was, okay, in Yonkers, was that it was you walk into the living room and then you walk over to the left and there's the dining room, eat-in kitchen area, and then from there you had one bedroom, which is my uncle's room, and then you make a turn and then you have to go down this really long hallway to get to the other, the master bedroom and then another bedroom. And the bathroom, was only one bathroom, was all the way at the end of that hallway. So he had to walk with the shit between his toes. He had to walk up one foot with just his heel. He had to walk all the way down that long hallway. And then when he got there, he put on the light and, "Hey, Kitty." And then he put on the light and then he seen, yes, Kitty, my friend Kitty from Australia. You want to say hello to Kitty, Stitch? Say hi. Oh, he's so excited. Okay, so he went in the bathroom, turned on the light, and he
Stepped in water.
he put his foot in the bathtub and ran the hot water, so the shit came out of his toes in the bathtub. Oh my God. And my uncle said he got up because he heard the noise, in the middle of the night. And he had a German Shepherd named Wolf, that only stayed in my uncle's room. That was my uncle's dog. You could not go near her. If you went near that dog, it was a full purebred German Shepherd. If you went near that dog, your arm was taken off because he was so protective over my uncle. It was a girl, actually. She was so protective over my uncle that it was scary. It's like you looked at him the wrong way and she started growling. And I was a baby. I was like a toddler. So they had to keep her locked up in his room when I was there. But anyway, so he washed off his foot and all was good. I'm sure he went back and got a baby Ruth, whatever. But that's one of my family stories, okay? You can't make this up. You can't make it up. And so yeah, the dog, my mother actually had a full bred border collie, like Lassie, looked just like Lassie. Beautiful, beautiful dog, that she left at my grandmother's when she moved out with, to marry my dad. So, I forgot what she named that dog. I want to remember. I'm going to have to ask my uncle now when I call him. I talked to my uncle yesterday. They're not going to do surgery. They did further testing and he doesn't need it. Okay, at least not right now. So, but what they want him to do is, which he's very, very stubborn, thick-headed Italian, okay? He doesn't, last time he was in the hospital when he fell, they wanted him to go to rehab before he went home because he lives alone. So they wanted him to go to like a physical rehab so they can teach him how to walk a little bit because he's not very mobile right now. He stays in one of those electric chairs. So but he has to get out of the chair to go onto the toilet and to also take a shower. So, and then to switch to his reclining chair at his house and stuff like that, into the bed. So he's felt 3 times now. This was the 3rd time. So his caseworker came in and said, Danny, you need to go to a physical rehab. We can't send you back home. You have to go this time. And he's refusing. I'm not going to this place. I'm not going. What if my insurance doesn't cover it? And they said, we're working on it. We're working on it. So I think the insurance approved him for 16 days. I believe that's what it was. To go to this rehab so they can teach him. They could build his strength, in other words, his upper strength as well, to be able to, like I said, move from seat to seat, stand up, what have you. Because this was the 3rd time. The first time he actually hit his head by the toilet. And he was there for at least 12 hours before he woke up and pressed the life alert. Living alone like that and having falls like that, that's super dangerous. So I told him, I said, I talked to the caseworker. I said, he needs to go. He has to go. So he finally agreed. And so he's going to go there. But I don't know. I get very nervous with him alone. I told him, I said, Uncle Danny, why don't you let me look for, an assistant living place here, and that's what I was actually in the middle of doing for my mother before she passed away. But I said, why don't you let me look here? You just fly on a plane here. I get you in and then we could see you all the time. You could come here for the holidays. You could come here on the weekends, hang out, whatever you want to do. The only thing is we have 3 flights of steps with no elevator. So he wouldn't be able to get up here, but we could still go visit him, if we had a ground floor, but I doubt he's going to do it. I think, I feel like he feels at this point that whatever happens, he's lost, so many of us, his parents, obviously, his sister, my mom, his nephew, my brother, it's just everybody around him. So I think he feels, even though his cousins, I would say they're second, are they second? No, his first cousins. Um, they try to reach out to him, but he doesn't, really talk to anybody. The only people he talks to is us. So that's why I try and call him as much as I can because he doesn't talk to anybody else. Um, so at least he's going to the rehab. Hopefully he'll be able to work on what he needs to not end up in the hospital again. Um, okay, so on to the dolls, like I said before. What did I say when I started this video? I don't really have anything to talk about today. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you?
Oh,
You're bored?
yeah.
Thought you're watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
No?
No.
This seltzer used to taste more creamy. Now this is orange cream. And when I first started buying these, it did taste a lot like an orange creamsicle. Now it just tastes like, like a mandarin orange seltzer, like that you buy in the big, like in the bottle, like the soda bottle type seltzer. And I never liked that flavor. I don't know what they did. They must have took the cream out. Got too expensive. They had to just put the orange instead. All right. Okay, let's get to the doll stuff, okay? So, I don't know what outfit. I think I'm going to put maybe the maroon outfit on him. But let me show you how the leggings came out first. Once you're bored, why don't you go do something with Dad and Danny in there?
Doing art stuff.
So you don't like art? What are you, artsy fartsy? You don't like it?
Yeah, I don't like
You don't like artsy fartsy stuff? Okay, so here we go. Washed and dressed one time. Stayed perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. I did dry them in the dryer. I don't think they shrunk. Nah, maybe a tiny, tiny bit. But that's okay, because like I said, these are 0 to 3 months. And my babies are, Now, the Carter's pants coming, I don't know. I might not wash them at all, because I know what happens with Carter's. And I did get the newborn. Okay, hear me out. With the sets of clothes, like with the pants more like this, that's the ones that are too small. Okay. The pants I ordered are jogging pants. They're more like, they're a fleece. They're called Dream Fleece, I think. So I'm thinking they're very soft blanket like fleece type wear. So I didn't want to order a size up and then have it too bulky, at the waistline and everything. So that's why I stuck with newborn. I think it should be good because of the material, and I'm not washing them because it's a light. I don't want to say too much, but I'm not going to wash them, so we'll be okay. So there's the light blue, how they turned out. I mean, they look basically the same as when I took them out yesterday. And I did wash them on delicate. Okay, so we have those 3. Now, I do want to try one of those pants on the baby before we put the other outfit on, because I want to see how they fit. Okay. So this one, okay, this is the shirt to it. I think it washed well, would I wash it again? Probably not. I think the one wash was good enough. I don't want to risk, because this is a jogging material. I think the fraying I think was like that. Around the bottom, it's not stretched out or anything. So I think overall it's nice. Maybe could use just a quick ironing, maybe, because I'm looking at the back, has a little bit of, could, but the baby's laying on it anyway. It's not like babies are perfectly ironed. You want it to look realistic. So that's good. Okay, and it didn't fade, nothing like that. So that's good. This one, I absolutely love this scene. What are you huffing and puffing about? Go do something. Go make me a card. Go build something. Go for a walk. Go see if your friend's out. Go take a shower. Go there's plenty of things. Draw a picture or build some art. Do something.
I just said I don't like art.
Go do the dishes. What is that?
Jack.
Oh, he's still out there?
Yeah.
So why don't you go out there with him? Go take a tan. Go draw with some chalk, some sidewalk chalk. Go talk to your brother.
Doesn't want to talk to anyone.
Okay. This one did not fade at all, and I love this maroon color. Look how cute that is. I love this whole entire scene of the ski house. I never seen anything like this, so this is really different and cute. And then there's some... I mean, if you watched yesterday's video, you've seen all this already, so I'm not going to show you again. Go watch yesterday's video. Go watch it. All right, so you're going to see it on the baby anyway. So I think we're going to try the pants on first. And I don't think I'm going to put blue on Dominic again. I think I might put this one on Tommy. So we'll save this one. And these are the pants that came with. The outfits are still on sale, guys, in the size newborn, so go check it out. So that'll go on Tommy, and we're going to put this one on Dominic, I think. Only because he's already in blue. But, let me see. Yeah, I think that color will look nice on him. I think this color would look nice on all of my babies, actually. See, I really like this maroon color. Very pretty. Okay. So, now Dominic is a true newborn, okay? And these are newborn size, so we're going to see how they fit. But, like I said, before we do that, we're going to try on a pair of the Gap pants. So, I do have him here in his Star Wars.
Ew.
Why is that ew?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. It is... Now it's getting hot in here because I have my sweater on. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Dominic's taking his clothes off. He's so hot, yeah. Alright. I'll tell you what I did do. Do. I cut the mitten off the onesie. I said, you're done. And I cut it off. And I'm going to show you guys what I did. Did you see anything? So I'm going to show you how I cut it. And then I just rolled it up a little bit. This one is, it's good. Look what I did. Remember when he was shaking his hand? So it was too long. So I just cut it. And then I roll it up. That's all. Now it's a lot better than it was. I mean, it was way too long. Way too long. So, when he has this on, let's try on the Gap pants. It's on low? Okay. Jack came inside, so why don't you go do something with him? Is this the color? Alright, you know what? Let's try on the blue ones. Do what? What is the Fortnite on? Not on the VR. Yeah, you could do that. And it's like, then you guess, was that the right move? It's like, what the fuck? Letting them go now to play Fortnite. At least it's not the VR, but... Okay, so here's how they fit. Really nice fit. Oh, well, I mean, this is a cuddle baby, too, so you gotta give for that. But they don't fall off. Nothing like that. So there we go. Woohoo! So they fit really nice. I had a hair hanging from me when I did that. See? More hair. More hair. Alright, so let's try the top on him. And then I'll take these pants off. Oh, well, we were going to put the... Yeah, that's fine. Now I'm wondering if I should put this one on Tommy. Nah, Tommy will be fine in the other one. Alright, so these do not have any buttons or snaps on the top itself. So it's just a pull over the top. What happened?
His switch doesn't really work anymore.
Why?
It was just low. And Fortnite didn't work on it.
Okay. You could play whatever is not on the VR. I'm just putting his and I'm getting lint all over me now. Lint all over me now. I have I had gotten pillows from Walmart. I'll show you that I put on top of. I wish I had wheels on this drawer set. I really do. Because when I gave the big drawer set to Danny for his art supplies, I got a new one that's smaller, and it did not come with wheels. And so whenever I move it, I have to, pick it up and move it over. And then for the video, after the video, I pick it up and put it back. I mean, it's not that far away, but anyway, it will be easier with wheels. Anyway, so I did get, I used to just put a blanket on top of it for the babies when I dressed them. But at Walmart, I grabbed a couple of these cushions that were on clearance. They're chair cushions. See? So one side's like satiny, and the other side is more, what would you call it? Textured, I guess. And then it has, the straps to go around the chair. But I just keep it up. Actually, I'll put this side up maybe. I just keep it up here on top of the drawer set, and then I have everything underneath that I would need for the babies. Okay, so we have this shirt on, and this is how it would look with the leggings, which it needs the jogging pants. Now, it's a little big for him. He's a true newborn. I don't think it's a little big. I think it's just roomy here, So let's put the other pants on him that actually go with the shirt. And then we'll see the complete outfit, how it looks. And, okay, let's see now. So, these are the pants it came with. So, which you already know by now, because you've seen them 1,000 zillion one times. So, just trying to be very thorough. See. Okay, now I'm glad these have a working drawstring, because they're just slightly, you just pull them a little bit. I don't even think I need to tie them really, but I mean, you could tie it if you want. I'm just going to tie it in a little bow. It's not that you're even going to see it with this over it. I just put it so it doesn't fall down. I mean, you could put it this way, or you can tuck the shirt in if you like the look better that way. If you like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tuck the whole shirt in. But if you wanted to tuck the shirt in so that you see this, the waistband with the, the string, you could do that. This color looks adorable on him already. So, we're now going to find, this is going to be the fun part. We're going to find mittens and socks to match this outfit. I have nothing, I'll tell you right now. I have nothing to match this outfit. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. All right, let's see. Sorry. I think I just put the camera, sorry. We're going to do our best now to find some mittens and socks. Okay? It does. This color, I love the maroon color on the boys. Now I'm going to have to look for some more maroon colored items. Maroon and the sage green. I think that looks so pretty together. But this is just so different, you know? Never seen like an outfit like that with a print like that. It's just so nice. It's so cute. All right, so let's see. Oh, these would match cute. The oatmeal color. Those match. Should I pull out? I have a lot of options for the blue one. I don't want to do stripes. And that's too solid. Oh, these would go nice with the blue. Are these blue or gray, guys? Gray? My eyes. Okay. I have a lot of blue. Hold on. So we can do these blue. We'll do those for the blue outfit. And while I'm here, that's why I'm doing this. While I'm here. And then the green. Oh, that matches nice. Now for mitts, really not a big option. It's either these or these. White cream or white with stars. That's what you get. I don't think he has brown on. The brown would probably, yeah, I think I'm gonna, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna grab the brown mitts. Okay, I stole the brown mitts off Tommy. He is not too happy with me right now. So, he's not too happy with me. It's all right. He'll forgive Mama. He'll be happy with me. I thought that was my hair stuck on the chair. Oh my God. I'm telling you. So, we got, oh no. These mitts. Stole them off Tommy. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay. So, I think that's going to be our best bet. All right. So, I'm going to put these mitts on him. And yeah, these outfits, I would highly recommend them. And don't worry, I will not be offended if anybody goes to get them. Please, I encourage you to go and grab them while you can, while they're on sale. Okay? I am not going to be offended. I'm going to be thrilled and honored. And just, like I said, just that it feels so nice to see when other people get excited from seeing things on my channel and then getting them for their own babies. It really just, it makes me so happy. It really does. I think in the past, people have mistaken the way I felt. And so I just want to put it out there and make it clear that I am totally honored for anybody that is influenced by the things that I buy and would like them for their babies. In no way, shape, or form am I, upset about it or, like, oh my God, how could she copy me? I'm not like that at all. I think in the past, like I said, it's been, what's the word? Misconstrued. It's been, kind of like the game telephone, and also, things taken out of context. So please don't anybody ever feel like that or that you have to ask me or anything like that. Please, if you see anything on my channel that you love and would love to have in your collection for your babies or for yourself or whatever it may be, please feel free. That's why I tell you where I get my items, tell you how much they cost, point you in the right direction, because I want you to share in the joy that I have and bring to this doll collecting community. So, there's my little speech. But really, and what else? I'm just putting when I said what else, I thought of mozzarella. Mozzarella. Oh my God, I sent this funny skit to Christina about this Italian spelling bee. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. And how they spell, mozzarella and um, prosciutto and gabagool. What else did they do, Christina? I was laughing my ass off. Oh my God. All right. So, I'm just putting the socks on him. I wish I could show you guys as I'm doing this, but honestly, I don't know. All right, I'm going to put the socks 2 ways, and you tell me which way looks better. Under the pants or over the pants. Now, I don't like how that line looks, but we'll see. This would be over the pants. I think over, but let's see. I put his pacifier on. Oh, I don't know. Both ways look. Oh, look at him in this outfit. Now the mitts, I don't like. I'll tell you right now, I don't like them. I thought it would match with the house, and it does. It matches with the house, but because it has these dots in it, ain't gonna work for me. But let's see the pants. What do you think? The cuff sock over the pants, or the pants over the sock? I think this side, right? I think that way. Let's change these mitts. I'm not happy about the mitts. We're gonna have to go mitt shopping. I don't even know where to buy mittens anymore. Every time I look at Walmart or something, it's very iffy because I'm very picky. I know. I'm very picky with the mittens because a lot of them fall off because I have cuddle babies, So if they're really big, like Hudson Baby brand I tried, and they're huge. I mean, they just fall right off, so there's no point. There's another brand I tried that the same thing happened. So they have to be tight enough, but yet Gerber mittens are too tight. So the ones I found that work the best are H&M. I have 2 pairs of those that work well. These I think I found in Marshall's on a 3-pack. I think they were Max and Ruby or Max and something like that. But I found them at Marshall's and those seem to work. So maybe mittens from, I got to go to Marshall's or Ross or Bell's. I don't have a Bell's. Ross or Burlington, something like that. What other mittens do we have? Oh, Carter's mittens work as well. But a lot of them you just because of the cuddle baby, All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna go with those. I think. What is it? Do you have mittens on in there? I'm trying to think because I've got mittens on. Let's see. Oh, I'm singing in my head now. Kids playing all these songs and all these old school like nursery rhyme things. Like Danny listens to them all the time. There was actually one that's a really funny one that if you click on, I think it's called Simple Songs or something. Simple Songs. Sage, you might know what I mean because I think you have a child close to Danny's age or younger. I think it's Simple Songs, I think it's called. But it's adorable. They show this whole thing of the ants and how one by one they leave. And I keep humming that song. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, something lost to something, and they all went marching. So I'm humming that in my head. Oh my God, it's like a whole hour, like full of nursery rhymes. Humpty Dumpty, Itsy Bitsy. What's another one they do? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. That was another one. That's cute. They're all cute, you know? They're all really cute. All right, let's see. All right, I don't know if these are going to fall off or what, but they're the best we're going to get. So I pulled up the other sock, so he's got like that, but you could wear the pants, over a leg, if you have a full limb baby, because they are cuffed at the bottom of the pants. Let's fix the shirt. These are the mittens I had to go with, guys. I don't have much of a selection, so we had to just put these on, which is fine. I mean, I might put them underneath maybe a little more, like under here. Let's try that. Let's try that again. I don't even like this color with it, honestly, because this is going to be a pain in my you-know-what. I'm going to have to put the star ones on him. Or the brown, I might have to put the brown back. Do I have any, you know what, maybe instead of these socks, I could put these socks and it'll match with the brown mitts better. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because otherwise, they don't match this oatmeal colored sock. And it's just not going to work. So, let's try that. I love these ones with little teddy bears on it. And I have socks coming for them. Nice, cozy socks. So, can't wait for that. And I think with these socks, we're going to put the pants over it. Because they are a thinner type sock. So if you try to bunch it and put it, over the pant, it's not going to work. So we'll just do it this way. And oh, that looks nice. Okay. So see, I just had to change the sock. And then we're going to put the brown mitts and everything will match better. See, sometimes you just have to, play around with it, just play with it. This, oh my God, it's getting, I forgot how, and I have the air on, and I forgot how hot with the sweaters. So, hope everyone is having a most fabulous day, darlings. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that this is way better. I almost wish I had a brown pacifier to go with, But the green will be fine. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's his finished, completed look. So, again, the green passy matches, the trees. So it'll work. I would have preferred to have a brown pacifier. I do have a cream one with a brown bear on it that I might give him. That's usually Jack's pacifier, but I guess we could do with the. Wait, do we have that other one? This one. But this is not quite brown either. Does that work for you? No. Never mind. The green one works just fine. That looks better. So he has on this outfit, the ski outfit. I'm loving this maroon. I know a lot of people call it burgundy as well. I call it maroon. So there Dominic is in his adorable new outfit with the pants and there I put those socks with the pants over it. So he has more of a, let's set him up here. Oh, so you could see more of the complete outfit. There we go. There's Dominic up on my shoulder here. You want to piggyback? There, he looks so handsome, doesn't he? Oh my gosh, I love it. Now, if we take away the passy, oh, my baby. I would say it's a really good fit. It's a nice, cozy, loose fit. You know, not really fitted. I mean, the pants on the bottom, but they're supposed to be that way. You know, they're cargo pants. And of course, the shirt is a little roomy. So there he is. Oh, he keeps flopping his head around. So there's Dominic, which is the Sam sculpt. And his artist is Anna over at Ling Reborn Nursery. So let's switch it up. Hold on, I'm going to go get Tommy. All right, guys. So I got Tommy over here. And he's still in his Carter's cookies and milk fleece, which you could find at Walmart for $7.84. They just put them out. They have a bunch of different designs. I love this one because it has the Oreos. Never seen that on a sleeper. You usually see the chocolate chip ones, but Oreos. And there's also one that I say is a Milano cookie. I mean, anybody can, you know, say this to me looks like a Milano cookie. But anyway, so we are going to dress Tommy in the other new Burt's Bees outfit. So let's do that. And then this way, I figured Jack and Daniel will get each a new outfit from the Carter's haul. The shirt, the onesies, because I got 2 onesies, a pair of pants, and then one of them could wear the Gap pants. So that they'll have 2 new outfits. And then also I got 2 other sleepers, so then I'll have a total of 4 cozy fleece sleepers for them for the winter, for the fall and winter. So building the wardrobe, I'm thinking, of course, I'm always thinking in 4s now, because I want each of them to have, you know, a new outfit. So I feel like it's like a, so here, this is, I'm going to show you the shirt, the onesie, why I cut it, and I have the scissor here, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one, because it is the most annoying thing. Carter's made these onesies way too long. Okay, so here's the onesie. Look how long this is. That is silly ridiculous, Carter's. And that's not even unfolded. Here, there you go. There is at least, look at that, all of this extra. I mean, you don't need all that. I don't know what is going on. So we're going to cut that off. I cut it right above the mitt on the other one, and that's what we're going to do for him too. We're going to zip up this cozy sleeper. I'm getting colds again. You see, I get hot and cold. I think maybe now I need to put this on. So let's put that over here. And then okay, let's do that. Let's see. Because those pants might be too short for him. We might have to use a pair of the leggings. So that's why I'm looking like what color would go with that. I think I would put that color with it. So we'll see. We'll see what we got to do. But let's first cut these things off here. So, I mean, they are a little big to begin with. They, you know, I should have got preemie is what I should have got. But it's okay. We have the scissor. We'll just cut right above, just right at the mitten line. See, I cut just right at the mitten. So like where it would fold over. So that's how I'm doing this. And then I'll use this as a template for the other side so we don't get too far off there. Which I should just move him over. I don't know why I'm struggling to just reach, but I can move him over. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Okay, and there we go. Got 2 mittens off. Okay, so then we're going to roll the sleeve up a bit. Of course, these were already washed, so I don't have to worry about the edges like fraying, you know. So I just fold it up like that. And the other side. And there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. And there you go. Looks a little bit more normal now. All right, let's try the pants on before we put the shirt, because again, not sure here how this is going to go, but we're going to put his socks on anyway, because regardless of what pants he's wearing, he's still going to have these socks. So we'll just go ahead and put those on. And I'm so happy that you guys are here, if you're still here. Just never know what's going to happen, right? No, but I just enjoy hanging out with you guys. So it's nice to just talk. And oh, air went off because it was on, what's it called? Economy mode. I cannot stand economy mode, especially when I am sleeping. There, see? Going back on. And it goes on and off like that, and it wakes me up. It's like, either stay on or stay off, damn it. Damn it. Damn it, Christina. Damn it. Okay. Wow. All right. These pants are hard to get over his cuddle legs because he's a bigger. Yeah, I don't think these are going to work for him. They're going to be like capri pants. Like capri pants. So we're going to have to use the other ones. Yeah, these are too short for Tommy. Tommy is a bigger baby. So these will work for Daniel or Jack. So we will just use that on them. But I still want to use this shirt on Tommy because I know the shirt will fit him. So we're going to go with, now I could go with either pair of leggings. Which ones do you guys think? So I can use the gray because it has the gray in the collar. Or I could use this blue, which is more like the pocket and the trees. Well, I think... Oh, and the edge of the sleeve is gray too. We're going to go with gray. I think that will look cute. I didn't realize, look, the edge of the sleeves are gray too. Not just around the neckline. So that matches perfect with the pants, you see? That'll look cute. I just wish I had gray, well, no, that might be too much gray if I did gray socks too. I think I do have gray socks, but that might be too much gray. Oh, I just scratched myself. We'll see about the gray socks, but I think this might be better. Ow, did I just... Ow. Okay. Well, I'm happy that now I'm happy I got the Gap pants because... Oh, these fit him perfect. Okay. That's perfect, Tommy. Little Tommy. I would like to get him that Burt's Bees turkey outfit. I think that would fit him really nice, but now I know that I would need the 0 to 3 months for him. See, a good thing I didn't get that one for Tommy, because I almost got the turkey one, and it wouldn't have fit him. Even though I wasn't going to use the orange pants, though, I was going to use these, because no, not these. Or was it these? It must have been. The turkey top has blue in it with the orange, so I was going to use these. So, I mean, I wasn't going to use it anyway, but it's good to know that he's, I know he was bigger than the rest of the babies, but... So, I'm just getting the shirt on him, and then we're going to do mitts and... Oh, the socks are already on. So, we're going to try out the mitts. I do have other gray socks, so we could see, It doesn't hurt to see what looks better, Oh, now I lost the undershirt. Come on, come on. I really was thinking of getting something, a little more easier, like a rolling cart that I can put the pillow on top and change them, something I could just roll over here and roll back and get into the right position, because it's, when I'm trying to dress them, it's really hard to do it this way. I did have the I have the Moses basket behind me with a couple of them in it, but I did have it on the chair next to me where I was able to then just slide it over, for a video, which made things a lot easier when redressing them. I don't do a lot of change in chats anyway, so I wasn't thinking, oh, I need to have that, closer. But now that I am doing a few, a few change in chats, um, it would make more sense, really, to have something, closer to be able to maneuver better. Um, I think once the kids go back to school, then I'll be able to maneuver around better. And we did find out that school doesn't start till 27th, not the 25th. Because Jason looked up because they were wondering like when open house was. And I guess we had gotten an email for it, but it was overlooked until this morning. When Ethan had asked when it was, and so it is actually on the 26th, and then school starts 27th. Um, so added 2 more days to that, but those days they're just getting ready to go back. I know kids, like I said, have gone back already, especially in the South. I think Florida, their kids already went back to school. All those states down there. Um, I don't think New York kids have gone back yet. I think they go back much later, I think, if they haven't changed it. Okay, so he looks adorable. Let's check out the mitts here. Let's check out the mitt options, which are the same as before. So it's either white with stars. I mean, the white with stars, that could go, because you know why? It has gray stars, look. It has just little gray stars in it. So I think that could go. That would work. Or these. Let's try these. I don't know if these fit him right, but we'll soon see. But I want to leave out the gray sleeve because that's part of what matches the pants. So let's try and put the mitten underneath. Usually I put it over. Why do I have this still in here? Gotta take the tag out of the mitten. That's crazy. Why would they even put a big giant tag like that in a tiny baby's mitten? That doesn't make no sense, Gerber. And I wonder if it's in the other one. Let's see. No, see? They don't have one in here. But they have one in here. I don't know. I guess you just cut it out just like I did. So what I could do is roll this down. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So that I'm able to get that in there. And then we'll put over the gray. There we go. I think that'll look good. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. And then, who's in here? So why are you in here? What? You need a break from the art?
From the burns.
What? Burns of what? The glue gun?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are you gluing now?
Same thing.
What is he doing then?
On the laptop.
Doing what?
He's playing a Cuphead game. No, not Cuphead. He's playing Humble. I don't know why you said he was. I don't want to say why you told him that.
I said he could watch a movie, is what I said.
He doesn't watch
Well, see this. Wait. I'll be right back, guys. Miscommunication. See what happens when people talk to this one, say this to this one, and maybe that's not what the original person said. So it's telephone, telephone, telephone. Remember that game? That's exactly what happens. And it happens everywhere all the time, whether it's family or friends or whatever it may be, and then other people get upset about it, when, maybe that person never even said anything like that. It's so frustrating and stressful, but I'm not stressed in this video because this is my happy place and this is where I chose to be right now today. So I'm just putting the mittens on, almost like Paulie. Did I have a baby Paulie? Is that what I named my Landon? Sammy is his name now, I think, right? Sammy. I think I had named him Paulie towards the end when I wasn't sure. I didn't find a name for him right away. But I think I wound up naming him my Paulie Meatball. And hey, look, my nursery name, it was named after him. So my Paulie Meatball. That was a great baby. And I would love to have him again. He was so hefty and big and chunky and cuddly. And well, Alicia, he's beautiful. He was painted beautiful by Anna and just a beautiful, beautiful baby. I think with him I jumped. I think that was impulsive. And I think I did that mostly because I didn't want the awake one. And so I made it so that it was a good deal for someone to take both of them. And I kind of a little bit lost my attachment when I seen the awake one. I lost my attachment to Paulie a little bit. Sammy is his name. But if I ever had the chance to get him back, I would. He's obviously not going to be first on my list to buy because I want to get Ethan first. But if I came across the opportunity to have him back in my collection, I definitely would. I think he was a gorgeous, gorgeous baby. Okay, so, and he still is a gorgeous baby. And he has a gorgeous new mama, so we'll leave it at that. Okay. So, here he is. I think the star mittens work well. I don't know why that's doing that in the front. What is going on here? Okay, just got to fix it a little bit, that's all. Okay, so overall they fit really nice. They are size newborn, and he is a big newborn. So now the pants were too tight on his leg, but again, he's a cuddle baby, so you can't really judge that well. But you see the Gap pants fit him well, and I put it with that. Here, we'll put him up. There we go. There you go, Tommy. Okay. So he is a bigger baby than Dominic, I would say. But I would say for overall for the Burt's Bees, the outfits run, the top is bigger. I would say the top is bigger than a newborn, and the pants are newborn. So, the shirt's oversized. Let's just say that. The shirt is an oversized shirt, so it's meant to be that way. But I think the shirt will fit 0 to 3 months as well. The pants will not. The pants, the pants, if you like the capri pants looking, I used to love capri pants. In fact, I just bought a couple pairs, but I don't wear pants, so I haven't even worn them yet. I've had them in my closet. I bought them when I bought the Whitney Houston shirts, Christine. That was like, I don't know, a couple months at least, and I haven't worn it yet. Guys, I still have clothes for myself in plastic that came from the store. Because I told you guys, I buy a lot of doubles when they're on clearance. Because especially if I really like it or like the fit of it, I will buy 2 if I can and keep one in the plastic in my closet for an occasion. For if I need to go somewhere, right away, or have to, an emergency, or I got to go to a party, whatever it may be, I'm prepared. So it's like, that's what I do. Anyway, so these pants, I would say, run short, and the shirt runs on the baggy side. So that's my review for these Burt's Bees, but they're very cute. The fabric is, it's just like your any normal, jogging pant material. Um, they're not lined. I mean, they're just, what do you call this? Jersey knit? I don't know. It's not one of those super soft fabrics. So if that's what you're looking for, it's nothing like the bamboo or anything else. It's just a regular cotton, okay? Jogging material. And then these Gap pants, the leggings, they're ribbed, but they are soft. They are softer than this. They are soft ribbed. Um, you could tell they're very well made, but they're not like a bamboo fabric. They're the ribbed kind of material.
Sorry, just going back a second.
Why? You don't like the heat?
I don't have shorts on.
Oh, that's why you don't want to stay outside? Okay.
I have sweatpants.
Oh, all right. So there's Tommy in his outfit. Oh, come on, Tommy. Now, I got to find him a pacifier. I don't know if I have a blue one or not. But I definitely like the maroon color on the babies. That's really cute. So here's Tommy. And he's also done by Anna at Ling's Reborn Nursery. Okay. And then... So now, I don't know if I have another... Let's see if I have a pacifier for Tommy. I don't know if I have another top. Like to go with the leggings to put on my other boys today. We could see though. Oh, I might. Wait, let's see. I might. Then we can match outfits with the leggings. And I'm not going to dress them on here because it's getting too long. But I'll just match it quick for you and show you what I'm going to put on them. If I have. Okay, let me just see if I have a pacifier for Tommy first. All right, that'll work for you, Tom. Actually, I love this one on Tommy. It doesn't really match, but that's his favorite. All right, so we'll go with that. So now let me see if I have... This thing was humongous on Dominic. I was laughing when I watched the video back. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Who's like, everybody was probably like, oh my God, that's so big, Sandra. What are you doing? Oh no, take that polar bear off the baby. Cray, right? Cray. So yeah, this is definitely for Tommy. I would say this is Tommy's winter sleepwear, definitely. So, but what I think I have is, I think I have those shirts from H&M. Yes, I do. So I have white, beige, and then a little darker brown. So, let's see if I could, no, I don't like that really. Let's see if I use this one. What do they have on now? Oh. With the leggings, or I could even put the blue pants with one. Oh, that would look cute with that. Or even the white looks nice. I might do with white. And then with these pants here. Do the white shirt with the blue cargo pants, and then we'll find some socks and mitts to match that. And then with this brown color shirt, I don't want to use this one. This color to me looks washed out. It reminds me of like a grocery bag. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like a I don't know, Wallbounds bag. ShopRite, I don't know. One of those bags. One of those bags has that color. Like this is a little deeper color, So we'll put that with what, the navy? Maybe that looks cute. Even the navy. Ooh, that really pops. That is really cute, actually. The white with the navy. I don't know. I'll play around with it, but that doesn't look to me. No. So I would put this with this, and then like the blue mittens with it. But I kind of like how the navy looks with the white shirt. I think that's like nice and like crisp, with the navy pants. But then what am I going to do for, the mitts? Let's see what I have here. Let's see what I've got in my drawer. Not much. I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I'm building it slowly, No, no. See, I don't think I have anything that's really gonna go with the navy, unless not navy and white. If I put the navy with this one, then I have options, because then I have this color sock, which would go with it. I have this stripe color sock, which would go nice. I also have these H&M ones that would work. So I have a few options if I put that with it, you know? Yeah, I like that. And then I have them. So I'll pick one of those socks, you know, to go with the navy and that shirt. I think that will look cute. So one of the boys will go in this. And then this is just so Carter's gets here, just so they each have a new outfit, you know? And then we'll do these or these. Wait, where's the blue? Oh, these or these with the white. I think these, the cargos with the white. And then for that, yeah, that'll look cute. And then for that, I have a bunch of different socks. So these will work perfectly. Either these or these. And then the white mittens. So we have 2 more outfits for the babies. Look. So we'll put either that sock or the striped sock with the white mitts. Oh no, I have blue mittens to go with this. I have the blue bear mittens because it's going to be white. So I don't want to do white mittens on white. Let's put those back. So we're doing a white top with the blue cargo pants. And then one of these socks, I think probably these. Well, no, somebody's already wearing those, so we might do stripes. And then I have the blue bear mitts, which are currently on Sleepy Stinky Pants over here, my Gracie May. These. So I could do that at the end of the white shirt with the cargos. So that's what we're going to do after this video. I'm going to dress them. Would you like to see Cranky Stinky Pants before we go? My Cranky Stinky Pants. I'll grab him for you. Hold on, guys. Okay, here's my Cranky Stinky Pants. My glasses fell down, so I figured I'd leave them. We're only going to be on for another minute or two. So here's my Cranky Stinky Pants. And he has the sleeves too. I gotta cut his sleeves before he puts on his new outfit. This is the Gracie May, done by Lori Neal over at reborns.com. And guys, I don't know if you've seen, but they just released today, they just released the Awake Gracie May. And I believe there's only going to be 3,000 pieces in this edition. And they said something about a certified gold seal. So I don't know. But if you go to McPherson's, you'll see it. Okay? You'll see the Gracie May Awake. I want her so bad. Well, him. I would make it another boy, obviously. And that would be Ethan. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or stick with my original plan, which is, I don't know. Odessa is sold out. I don't want Journey because I think that one looks too much like Gracie May. And I was looking at another one this morning. I forgot what it was. I forgot, but I did find another one. But, you know, I'll find it eventually. You know, I'll find the one that's right when it's meant to be. You know, that's what I figure. So, but I just figured you want to see my little crank pot over here, Daniel. My little crankiness. And the only one you didn't see today was Jack, and he's in the bassinet. Well, I don't know if you could see him back there, but I got all my pandas back there. They were climbing up the ropes and stuff. But anyway, so I just thought you'd want to see little grumpy man here. And so that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the change in chat and the redressing of the babies and the little chat about, parenting and all the struggles that we go through, and then menopause struggles and all those other things that I like to share with you guys. So I will be back. I will be back. I don't know when. You never know when. Just like I told you yesterday, you never know when. You never know when. You never know. Whoa. I like to come on here because it's an escape for me, like, now back to it, back to the, what do they call it? I forgot. Being a mom. That's what it's called. No breaks all day on the go. Have to do this and this and that and this. No, I got to do more laundry. I had washed blankets before I got to do, and then I put a load in my clothes, and then I got to do towels again, and then I got to do dish towels after that. And what else? I think I got to start. I'm going to start decorating for Jack's birthday because I like to decorate a few days before. And that's, I guess, about it. And then it's going to be dinner time, if it's not already. And then, all that again. So I'm going to go. I'm going to dress my other two babes and then do more laundry. But I will be back soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. All depends. I don't know. Wasn't going to really do one today, but it just so happened that I had some stuff that I needed to talk about. So anyway, thank you so much to my wonderful friends and viewers. I love each and every one of you. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends. And I will see you next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.